Tips from Grandpa and Papa. Integrity number 1. Well, this is a message to my grandkids. Now, since Kathy is not likely to have another child, I don't think we're going to have another child that's going to have grandkids. And since Siri and Charlie are not going to have any more than Bailey and Piper, and Jeff and Jenny are not likely to have any more than Jason and Jocelyn. This is a message to those 4 grandkids. So I've just found out that I have a disease that's probably not real known for longevity. So I thought maybe I would develop a series of tips from Papa, as what I'm known for in the Alaska grandkids, and Grandpa, which I'm known for the kids in Chicago. I thought I would develop a small video series of tips from Grandpa and Papa and see how that works out. So I've made a list of things that I would like to talk with you about, things that you should know from me. And I'd like to just kind of chat with you about those and help you do a couple things. One, I'm hoping it'll help you get to know me a little bit better. And I'm hoping maybe it'll be inspiring to you for your life. So the first one that I want to talk with you about in this video today is on integrity. I've always felt that integrity is very important to me. It's something that I learned at a young age, that my parents taught me, and of course, and I learned in school and just in my dealings with other kids, that integrity was vital for a good life and a good survival. So I adopted that and felt that if you treat people fairly and always give them the benefit of the doubt and deal fairly with them, that will come back to you. And I found that to be true in my 62 years. The way I treated people certainly came back to me. So I made some notes. I want to make sure that I cover everything that I want to cover. And so you'll see me referring to the notes every now and again. Let's see. I'm going to tell you a story about when I moved to, when we moved to Fairbanks, Alaska. And I had been working for State Farm for some time as a claim rep, and was moving up through the chairs into management. And I had some leadership skills. I'd been in the military, and so those leadership skills tended to come out in me when I was working as a claim rep. And so they moved me into management, and I worked as a supervisor for a couple of years in Lewiston, Idaho, and then moved up to Fairbanks, got promoted to be a superintendent up in Fairbanks, Alaska. So the office I took over was run by a man that he had been there for 7 years. And he had a way of doing business that was interesting. I'm not sure that his employees really enjoyed that, but what he would do is the claim reps would do all the legwork on gathering and investigating auto claims, and they would put it all together. They would do all the work on it, and then he would tend to take the file from them at the last minute when they were getting ready to settle the claim, and he would go to dinner with the plaintiff attorney, and they would settle the claim. Many times on the courthouse steps, just before it was to be tried, he'd go to dinner with them, and they'd settle the claim. And so he didn't develop a whole lot of trust with his employees, and like I said, he was there for 7 years, so this was kind of trying with those folks. And so when I came in, they didn't much trust me either. They kind of assumed that that's the way managers dealt with. So when I started looking at files, I started reviewing them, and I was just kind of curious as to what some of the files were, where they were going, and what the claim rep was doing with them. So I put sticky notes on them, these little yellow pieces of paper, and I'd say, "See me." And this one day, or Terry, there was a gentleman named Terry Ring. He was just the nicest man. He came to my office door, and he had 3 of those files in his hand, and he was shaking a little bit. And he looked at me and he said, are you going to fire me today? And I said, "No, Terry, I'm not going to fire you today." I wanted to just get up and hug him. I said, "Come on in." I said, "No, I just want you to give me the background on each one of these, and kind of let me know what you're thinking, and where you're headed with these, and what you're going to do with it." And he said, "Well, see, what usually happens is we do all the legwork, and then the superintendent takes us from us, and he goes and settles it." And I said, "Well, I get paid to help and train and give you guidance, and I do the best I can to make your job easier for you. I don't get paid to go out and settle claims. That's what you do." And I said, "You have authority to settle these claims, and I trust your judgment and your skill that you're going to be able to do that." Well, ever since that, right after that, that man started walking taller, and was more confident, and he was just it was just a whole different world to him. He now knew that I trusted him to be a good claim rep, and to use his head to figure out what the issues were and how to resolve them, and to settle it that's fair to the claimant and fair to the company. And I did that with every one of the other adjusters. And sooner or later, pretty soon, the entire mood in the office brightened up. People started to feel good about their work and about their job, and all of the negotiations were done between the claim reps and the attorneys, and I was completely out of it. My only function was to be as an advisor, review the files to make sure they were moving along and getting done, and things are being done in a timely manner. And I became more of the uncle in the corner that was able to give them some guidance or some assistance when they had a question. And sooner or later, less and less, they would come to my door, less and less, and the office just ran pretty smooth. Now, I tell you that to tell you that it came back to me tenfold when I established that kind of integrity with those folks, because I did not know as much about Alaska law as I should have, or as I needed to. I had to learn it since I'd come from Idaho, so I didn't know everything up there that I should know. So what I found happening was I'd make some decisions that may have not been the best decision to make, and pretty soon the claim reps would start to come to my door. Not just the claim reps, but all the employees. My secretary, Michelle, would also come to my door and say, "Are you sure you really want to do this? Are you sure you really want to make this decision?" And they would make their case on why. And more often than not, I would go their way with their decision and their judgment. And what they were really doing was protecting me from myself and from others. And what I found was that integrity now went both ways. We were a group of people that were all helping each other to get the job done, and I felt much more secure in my position because of that. So, integrity is important, and the way you treat people is a vital thing for your life. It enables you to share a gift of being upfront and honest with people, and they in turn share that gift back with you and make sure that you're being taken care of as well. Use that in your life, and I think you'll get more out of it than you have ever believed. So that's for today. Thanks for listening, and hope you're having a great time. Bye-bye for now.